the model space, or let's say the fashion industry, is very, very huge. But when it comes to men fashion, I think very few people in Ghana, or let's say all over the world, gives it a little more attention. And in that view of space, you see it to be very, very difficult for people to actually invest more into it. So I was thinking about what to do, how I can also use the little space I have to amplify the voice when it comes to male modeling or male fashion. I combed around the world and I came across a gentleman who has actually used his own capital and support of his own friends to change the narrative when it comes to men's fashion and men modeling in Ghana. Nana Mensah has been a pillar of that space if for a period of me getting to know him, I would say about 15 years. That is how far I have known him. But I saw it from a humble beginning. I didn't see it too big. But now when we speak about people who are shaping and changing the narrative when it comes to male or men's fashion, Nana Mensah is like the boss of it all. Nana, welcome to EEK Inspires.
Thank you, Eugene, for having me. It's good to be here.
It's good to be here, I know. How have you been?
I've been good.
You've been busy. I realize that you're also doing some campaign on some other things and all that.
Yeah, it's been quite a busy year. You know how we start.
Yeah, I know, right?
As creative entrepreneur, there's so much you want to do. There are so many things. And so we get up and we take it one day at a time. But
do you rest at all?
I rest. I do rest. I mean, with everything else, it's funny, right?
No, but if you say rest, I get confused because I don't see that you rest.
Because it's from one issue to another, or one event. Yeah. So, but I mean, in between that, if you don't make time for yourself, you break down between the stress.
Have you broken down before?
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
How serious was it?
Oh, it was. My friends who are very close to tell you that after every event, I get depressed for like a week or two.
Oh,
I mean, you know that.
Sorry.
So I zone off sometimes. I just go and I just put everything off and I go into like my cocoon just so you know I can.
That's why after an event you turn off your phones. And
I go nyame like my bread, you know, and it's that time that you sit back and you look at everything and ask yourself, was it even worth it? Because usually you don't even see, but when you are done, that's where the bookkeeping will come in. Those you owe, you know, if you're lucky, you have good people who will give you grace for you to you know, do installment payments. But when you don't meet those people and you have the impatient ones, oh God, it becomes like.
So I want to ask you this.
Yeah.
In view of this clumsy, packed period, has it ever crossed your mind that, Charlie, I'm quitting. I'm not doing this anymore?
Every year.
Are you kidding me?
I'm telling you.
But you keep going.
That's the thing.
What keeps you going?
I don't know, honestly. I wish I had a straightforward answer. But every year after each show, I tell myself that this is the last one. I won't do it again.
Okay.
Then I'll go and I don't know. It's a spirit or something that will possess me.
Right.
Then I'll come back again.
Right.
Then I'll finish. So my boys will tell you that you keep saying this every year and we come back. But I also think maybe I can genuinely say maybe it's passion.
Right.
I sit back and I tell myself I'm not doing it again. But then I'm like, okay, what if I stop this right now? What happens to the young creatives that I give the platform to? What happened to my partners that I do this with every year? And what happens to the young men and young women who volunteer and they are passionate when the event is coming off? And most importantly, the people that benefit from the platform. So then I'm like, you know what? We go again. Then we set off. So
I want to say first is thank you for all these guys. Because from what you're saying means that without you, a lot of those people wouldn't have what they are doing now. And I know that your involvement in the male modeling and the fashion space itself is tremendously overwhelming. You've done a great job
Thank you.
running your is it MMA
Yes, Mr. Model Africa
and the
Ghana Menswear Week
Ghana
as well.
Menswear Week, yes. And that one or two things, because I realized that I saw you in the you went to the USA, how do you call it, South Africa.
South Africa.
Hey, Charlie, Nana, you are rich, oh.
Well, so you are saying that thing, I see like you don't know my bookkeeping.
I know.
You know the circumstances surrounding that trip, so
No, Nana, you see, it is not for me to consume.
yes,
It is for very young people who have the same dream, the same ambition, to see that it is not a rosy road, but it's also not a difficult road.
yes.
That is why I'm acting now, because I know what you go through to
Exactly.
actually put together this shows.
Yeah,
And it's not easy.
yeah,
And now tell me, how is the journey like from, because I know you were on screens,
yeah.
but I'm not on screens again. How is the journey like transitioning from being a stage presenter on TV? I know you were on Fashion GH.
Yeah, I used to do Fashion GH.
Yes. Sadly, and you have channeled all your energy into making sure young males,
Yeah,
especially, get
exactly.
opportunity to actually be on the runway and also have opportunity to actually show what they have when it comes to fashion. How was the transition like, and what actually made you say, I'm shifting from here, I'm going full time this way?
I think they are all together, one way or the other. I mean,
Right.
the business of fashion, modeling, and TV all marry each other.
Mhm.
So I actually chanced onto the presenting bit because of the fashion and the modeling. That's how come I
Right,
got on Fashion
right,
GH, because I had then sent one of my models to Fashion GH for an interview,
Okay.
and I became friends with the producers.
Okay.
Shout
okay.
out to President Stip and the wife Philippa,
Okay.
and they became family,
Okay.
and we started vibing, if you like. So I go there, I do production with them, and I was also understudying them, because one of the major things I want to do is to go into TV production. And when you want to go into TV production, you learn from the best.
Right.
And I can say that Stip is one of the most versatile and supportive people I've met in the industry, because the industry is very, very crazy when it comes to support.
Very
I
unfriendly.
mean, so I decided to learn from them. So I started going there, and as always, you know how this job is. The usual presenter, I think, had something else to do, or she traveled or something, and production had to go on. So they asked me if I could step in as a guest presenter.
Wow.
And then I
Just like that.
Yes, like that. So I took the opportunity, and then I sat in, and I guess I was good. So I became like the regular, until COVID hit, and they had to take a break, and we couldn't go back again, because a lot of things then, just like businesses and
Mhm,
other stuff,
mhm.
like people had to rethink and reorganize their lives and all that. So it wasn't like a major transitioning, because the events and the modeling stuff, I was still doing that whilst I was on TV. And so when I stopped TV, it was just like continue from wherever that you was. And so that has been the story, and we are still here doing the production bit, although
Mhm.
the TV is on hold
Right.
now. Yeah. So basically, it was good, because they were both learning curves, or they are still learning curves, and it was easier for me to marry the two of them, because as you know,
Right. So, in this transitioning and you getting off screen and coming, because initially, if you're on TV, you're more like a star.
yeah.
Sadly, you're rather making people stars. Somebody wouldn't say, we still want to be on TV. Say, Charlie, I still want to be a star. I want people to see me in town and still give me the freebies I get. But in view of all this, how do you get funding?
Funding has always been the most difficult part of every young entrepreneur's journey, especially
Okay.
in the creative industry, because we are still in a space where industry players and financiers don't still understand why they should invest in our business. I think that I mostly blame it on those who manage those spaces.
Okay.
I feel they don't understand the need to put money into the sector, because they are not vested in it.
Okay.
So, for instance, if you are a regular viewer of football or
Right.
soccer,
Right.
then you understand the dynamics.
Mhm.
So, when a company who is doing a soccer program or something related to soccer comes to you, you'll be interested because you watch soccer, you see the European leagues and all these other
Yeah.
leagues, and you have interest in them. So the possibility of you supporting such a person is easier
It's more
because you
easier.
understand the business
Right.
that they are doing.
Right.
Then let's come to fashion modeling. How many of those managers in those positions even have fashion TV channels or anything to watch to understand that if a model is on stage and they are holding my brand, that's the biggest billboard ever. They don't get the dynamics. So when you go and you are even explaining to them, they are just watching you talk plenty, praying for the meeting to be over, for them to come back to you that, oh, I'll get back to you, which they never do. Anyway, so I think that it's been the most difficult thing because you don't get a funding. But it's a dream that you have. So what do you do? So we end up funding the things ourselves.
But don't you think it's because of the side of fashion you've chosen?
It's also a role. Like it has, it's also like a major, it has a role in it. But speaking to my other colleagues who even also do the female ones,
Okay.
it's not even that rosy as well. I mean, it's both sides, but it's easier for them because they have women. And because they are women, if you have men who are leading these businesses and you are a woman, I mean,
the convincing is more
easier
right.
than a male, going to convince them. So it's generally not just because of the men's side, but it's also an issue because typically around the world, men don't sell like women. So even let me tell you about, let's say, Miss World.
Right.
Miss World does the major female one every year. They have about almost 100 women all over the world who go to participate. They have a Mr. World as well. But due to funding, they do Mr. World once every 4 years.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Once every 4 years?
Yes. So you ask, how come the female is every year, but the men is every other 4 years? It's because of funding. Because to produce such a major international event is capital intensive.
Very.
And they look at the returns they get on the men's event as compared to the women's one. Then the men will get 4 years, one show.
So Nana, tell me, did is it that growing up, you had an opportunity to actually play a role in a space that you are in now? Or is it that you sat down one day when you actually, maybe you finished senior high school, there was nothing to do, and said, oh, let me do something relating to fashion?
So interestingly, when I came to, I didn't grow up in Accra. I came, I'm not telling you where I come from. So
yeah, you won't tell us.
No.
Tell us, we want to.
When I have a problem, that's where I'm going to hide. So if I tell you, come and catch me. But I came to Accra, let's say about 30 years ago. And I interestingly, at that time, my parents were okay in terms of lifestyle. So we had cable TV. You know, in those days, it was called Cable Gold.
Yeah, Cable Gold. I remember Cable Gold.
Exactly. So there was a fashion channel on it, components of fashion where, from China and other places that they were showing. And so I found myself watching this more when, I'm watching TV and, I switched to that channel. And that's where the fascination started. And so from there, I took interest in fashion and modeling and all. I didn't really understand the dynamics of it. All I knew was that I loved the fact that people were dressed up, styling themselves and walking the runway on. So that's how the interest came about. So again, like you mentioned, after senior high school, I'm like, okay, what can I do in the industry? So I decided to be a model. went to go and join a model agency.
What was the agency's name?
Supermodel Agency.
Supermodel.
That was the name. Adiplaha.
Wow.
Is the one. It was one of the biggest agencies then. Then there was also Lafayette.
Wow.
Lafayette was one of the huge agencies then 30 years ago. So they were like a big deal. Then there was Supermodel, and then I went to Lafayette. They didn't mind me.
You are not really tall. You are skinny too.
That skinny little boy, I'm like, they didn't even understand.
But harding.
They're like, I'm like that, So I packed my things and I left. So I went to Supermodel, and somehow they accepted me. I think they accepted me just for accepting sake. They want numbers. It it wasn't really for me to get any. But they were more also into commercials. So I think they took me because sometimes you get the commercials that needed people like us to also play.
Fine man.
I was there. Oh, and I'm also a fair, like,
fine boy.
Cute, petite, I was there, but I'm fat. All the years that nobody picked me, I'm like,
I'm bored with
don't
walk past. Charlie,
right? Which I'm saying, you know what? I'm not dreaming home. So I left. I just started following event GTV fashion on the move. So then GTV started wax style.
Yeah, I remember wax style.
Yeah, and all those stuff. So I'm like, let me just pay attention to whatever this whole thing is about. And then that's how the interest came about. So when I started now understanding it better, in my little space, I decided to now do. So I started my first event, which was Mr. and Miss Teen Ghana.
Okay.
That was my first event.
Mr. and Miss Teen Ghana. Wow.
And I had, who was the first? Jessica Lanyo. She's a great actress, a good actress now.
I know Jessica. The Jessica we know.
Yes. Right. So she was my first queen.
Oh, okay.
I discovered.
And now you're a grandfather.
Oh, yeah, no. Me want to right. Yeah, so Jessica and what was his name? I forgot the gentleman. So they were my first winners, and it was good, and we had to do it again. And again, it came down to funding. There was no money, and I noticed that I was putting my little savings that I, in it and all that kind of stuff. And here we are, like you said, 15 years down the lane. We're still here pursuing the dream and, seeing where God will take us. But it's been quite a roller coaster journey from personal, monies and funding, friendships, everything else. It's been like a mixed bag. And, I'm telling my story to you.
Wow. It's a very inspiring story because in whatever you said, one thing I picked from it is you didn't allow what is supposed to stop you.
Definitely.
Because you going to
modeling supermodel. And the funny thing, we are now, so later me and the owner will become very, very good friends, and work on Fashion Council Ghana. Okay. Because his brother, who is Tete Plaha, a designer, is based in London, but he was here before he left. Okay. Then became friends with me. So in a situation where you can't tell the future, we ended up now becoming like colleagues, working together and, being friends. And Tete is still my great friend.
Right.
He showcased on Menswear Week, with Adi and all that. So it buttress what I'm trying to how life sometimes can be. And that's what I tell all the people that I meet, these young people, that it's not always about winning. Okay. It's about the lessons that you learn.
No, I want you to take that again. No, I'm saying that because this is supposed to inspire people.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I want you to take your time. I'm going to give you a chance to give me 4 major focuses young people need to focus when they are towing a direction that has to do with passion.
I should start right now.
Yes.
Learn. Commit yourself to learning.
Right.
I think young people now don't have patience. Even in the field of volunteering. Like we are doing production now. Somebody who really wants to learn production can't even dedicate their time to come and spend time here and learn. But how do you become a better version of yourself or even improve if you don't learn? So you have to make time to learn. It's not always about the money. Even if they are not giving you money, by going to learn, you understand what framing is. If somebody said they are framing somebody, what does that mean? If somebody's saying that, put a lapel mic on somebody. Once you have this knowledge, it's building you. They don't learn. And I feel they have to make time to learn, especially from those who have survived and are doing well.
Yes. So the first one is you need to do what? Learn.
Learn. Commit yourself to learning.
Commit yourself to learning. Yes.
Second, it's about communication.
Right.
The major problem for young people these days is communication. They lack it, expressing themselves, communicating, and everything else. It is zero.
Okay.
And it's a major challenge. So even reaching out to somebody who you want something from, how you approach that person with the communication is how they'll respond to you or otherwise.
Okay.
So let me give you an example. people will contact me and they'll just say hi, and they are waiting.
They're waiting for you to say what?
Hi back. And you wait there for.
I get you.
You understand? And
so wait, in that context, what would you have preferred the person say?
I don't know. Let's say, Eugene, I'm writing to you.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Hello, madam. You don't even know the person. So in the best possible of communication, you start with your intentions.
Okay, right.
My name is Nana Mensah. I'm so and so. I'm reaching out to you because I need this, that, or the kind of information. I hope that you're able to respond. So the moment the person picked their phone in their busiest schedule, you've already communicated your intention.
Right. So they know why you are texting.
Exactly.
If they can give you a helping hand, it's done. Thank you. If they can't, they give you straight answers.
Even if they don't respond to you, you would have already communicated the reason. Even if no immediate, you've planted into their head why you contacted them. Yeah. But when you say hi, and then you are waiting, somebody also says sup. That's the one that kills me most. Sup.
I remember I sent to KK. He said, UG, I don't like that. Don't be writing KKK.
I'm like, what is KK? Is that somebody's name?
Okay.
So write the okay. What's the KK? No, but seriously.
I get you.
Even you, we are on that level. So it's pardonable. But imagine that I don't know you from anywhere. And I've taken the grace to respond to you, your inquiry. And your response back to me is K or KK. I will not mind you again.
Asa?
Yeah. Goddess, thank you. Kind regards. I appreciate it. Let the person know that the effort that they made by even coming to you
has been appreciated.
Exactly.
I get you.
So that's the second thing.
Yeah.
Communication. People don't know how to communicate. Even when they call you on the phone, how to even introduce themselves is a problem. How to comprehend is a problem. And I think that it's a generational problem now because people don't take their time to even make the effort to learn and correct themselves. And when you want to correct them, they don't want to learn. So that's it. The third one I would say is understanding where you want to go. Where do you want to go with yourself? You should have a focus on your journey and have a mindset that this is where I want to be in the next 5 years. What am I working towards that 5 years? Do I have to go to school? Do I have to self-teach myself? Do I have to improve? Is it a skill that I need? For instance, if you are an editor, do I have to go to school and add a bit of knowledge? Do I do apprenticeship alone? Is there a business aspect of it that I need to understand? Do you understand?
Yeah.
And learn, because the world is changing every single day, especially with AI now. How do you improve so that you don't become obsolete? That if they are calling people to come, you find your space there. That I don't say, when you go on somebody's production, give them ideas. Let them know that you know. I remember when we wanted to shoot something with you for Mr. Model, and then I think it was the introduction videos. And then you came on set, and what I had in mind, you came and then you gave us some lighting at the back, and I didn't tell you then, or if I told you, but I'm telling you, I was so happy with the end game, because even me, when I was planning, I didn't think of that part. But you came and then you surveyed the environment, and you knew that let's hit from this wall, let's add this to it. And at the end of the day,
it gave you a better result.
Thank you. And everybody was happy with end game. So that means that you studied or you mastered the art of whatever you are doing, that even when I call you and I don't know, or I have no idea,
I'm not too sure of what you want to achieve.
You are in the position to advise me.
Right.
And the production becomes a great production. So that's it. The last bit is understand your niche, the area of specialty. There's so many things happening. Where particularly do you want to do?
Do you want to be?
And focus on that. If you want to be a production person, if you want to do camera, if you want to do editing, but have a focus so that if it's one area that you really want to be the master of it, do it. You can learn other things on the side when there's the energy and there's time and everything. So have a focus, because most of the time, young people don't have a focus. We are all over the place. And for me, once you understand that this is the area I want to better myself at, that is where you go. I tell myself every day that I'm going to learn editing, because some editors sometimes will mafia you when you are,
But now we don't mafia.
No, you, some editors. And for years now,
Okay.
I noticed that it's not been an easy thing because
Mhm.
the editing itself is not like an easy.
It's not an easy game.
I tell you, sitting through the footages
It's not a
and
joke.
you understand. So I came to now appreciate people and whatever they do and all that. So I think that these are the four that I can say for now. But most importantly, you should be humble in the business.
Right.
That's all.
Right.
Because when you are humble, and I'm not saying this to appreciate, to patronize you, but in the last 15 years that I've worked with, I can confidently say that you and Stip are the two people that I've met in the industry who are human beings.
That's a serious word to use. Yeah.
Because the industry is full of toxicity.
Right.
Like people don't want to help people.
Mhm.
They don't lose anything by helping.
Right.
But they don't want to. Because in their head, when you do well, it will take the shine from them. Exactly. So you and Steve working with the two of you, I've come to understand that you are selfless because you want to see the person do well.
That's all.
And that's one of the rare things that you can see in Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
To have somebody else want you to do well better than them.
But Nana, why would you even I'm trying to picture the fact that why would you even feel sad when somebody's doing well? It's like the industry is just like that. People see you try your best to just move a little further than where they are and become an issue.
So that's the point. And it's sad because it's so huge an industry that we can all survive. I keep saying that, look at Hollywood, right? When Netflix started, there was no Prime Video. No. There was no Apple TV. There was no Hulu. Mm-hmm. But now they are all doing well to the extent that African movie makers and series are now benefiting because there's competition.
Right.
Hitherto, you not see African productions on those platforms. Mm-hmm. But now it's so much open that they are not giving opportunities to other Africans to present their works and they are all eating from it.
Right.
But here, it's not like that. Even online, when you go and you see all these skit makers from Nigeria and all those places, if you've taken notes, you've seen that now the actors, the big actors, are now collaborating with them to even do skits. Mm-hmm. They're funny videos, and it's going forward because they have now understood they need to tap into the young people's platforms now. Because back then, their time, there were no these things.
No. They didn't have that opportunity.
When those people post things, you see this one-time big celebrities, even current celebrities, go under their posts, commenting, engaging them. Bring that to Ghana and put something and even invite a celebrity. They will not show up. When you're even doing things with them, they will not post it. They think by commenting on these things, it lowers their stardom. I don't know how they want to. So the kind of people that we have here in the industry, that's why the industry is dead. The creative industry is dead because we don't come out for our own. You understand? So last year, Ibrahim did an awards right now. Is it REFA?
Yes.
And see the number of Nigerians that pulled up. I want to believe that she paid for their, but the idea is that they showed up.
However, she got them to come.
They showed up.
They came.
But if it was our own people here, even getting them to even just pass through is a problem. And so we are here because people see you that you are taking over the space and they will not be like the next group of people so in the end, the support is a problem. So again, let me take this opportunity to thank you. I know I've not thanked you. Thank you very much.
Right.
And to Steve as well, wherever he is, I hope that he says this, but
see it.
I bless the day I crossed paths with him and yourself and everything else that you do. I feel that if we have people like you in the industry, we can grow together and everybody else will do well. And maybe we'll all eat small from it.
Of course.
Than it being wherever it is right now. Let me know.
So we have some few minutes to go, but a lot of young people will watch this. And I want to give you just 2 minutes to tell them what or how important it is to start and stick to your humble beginning and focus on one thing till it becomes big. They call it polish till it shines.
Again, the industry is a dog-eat-dog industry. That's the first thing you should know. No one says it's going to be easy, but it will be worth it if you stick through. Put it in your mind that you will not become successful overnight. You're going to have encounters. There I even say spiritual. But once you're focused, that is what you want to do. You work towards it. Tap into people's knowledge, even when they are pushing you away. I was once upon a time chasing somebody that I wanted knowledge from. She dragged me for like 2 months.
Wow.
But I didn't give up because I needed something from her that she had that I know will help me grow.
Right.
So I stuck through. And the end, this person became one of the people that I benefited so much from. So imagine if I had given up the first time. It wouldn't happen. So you should be focused. Tell yourself that this is what I want to do. This is what I want to achieve. Seek mentorship.
Right.
Talk to people. Learn. Open yourself. But most importantly, pray to God that whatever you want to do, He should back you up. Because without God, there's nothing you can do.
Empha.
That's the word, empha. So you may have all the money and everything, even let them give the world sponsorship. If you don't have the God factor, it will not work. Because there are so many aspects of life that you have to deal with in order to come to wherever you are. So again, it's focus, understanding yourself, talk to people, learn, and be a human being. That's all.
Right. It's very insightful. I don't really sat down to have a lengthy conversation with you like this before.
Because we are always busy.
and the tons of knowledge you've actually poured into this podcast is very, very appreciated. And I know there are a lot of things to talk about, but just what we've spoken about is actually enough to motivate somebody to actually start whatever they want to start. And we are very grateful. I'm sure after posting this, there'll be a part 2.
We are open to all the parts.
So,
part 1 to 10.
Right. But I want to say a very big thank you to Steve too for holding you down from the beginning till now. I know he still holds you down.
Yeah.
Anytime you need him, and really appreciate it. And I know I'll through you, I'll drag him to come and sit here.
He's a wealth of knowledge.
I tell you.
He's a wealth of knowledge. He's a wealth of knowledge. And again, he's one of the best in the industry.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. He is. He's somebody that doesn't I don't see him to compete.
No.
I think he's doing his own thing on his own side. And I think that's what keeps most of us going.
Exactly.
We don't look at competition. We are just do what you can do.
That's it. Like, whatever that will make you and your family okay, it's what it's about. But in the process, because I see all these young people, in the last few years that I've worked with you, I've seen how you've impacted the people that have come through your platform.
Right.
One day, wherever they find themselves, if they can operate a camera, it's your name they're going to mention. And that's the impact to the end and then the next generation.
Yes.
So thank you.
And I thank you very
young
much.
People.
Thank
and
you
I appreciate all the help and everything. You are the only one who gives me credit. Mr. Sam say Eugene, Mini was but
you see,
and then he'll come there and pack the whole and make sure that he delivers.
No, you see, there's one thing that has always been part of me. If you want to do, just do it well. That's all.
And you've done it well in the last few because you brought grace to my program. God bless you. And somebody has also been mentioning your name that you've been doing. So I know it's not just me, like other people have been mentioning. I'm not going to snitch on them. But
really?
Just know that people appreciate you. And I think that
snitch on them.
You should keep your how you are.
Yeah.
When the $10 million come, please know.
No.
I know you are rolling the big bucks now. So Charlie,
thank you for coming.
Thank you,
Charlie, guys. Formal or informal, the show is done. Thank you very much for watching. And always get inspired by EAK.